Hi, welcome to another wonderful episode of Sheffield Eagles Memories. This episode, Eagles return home. Um, After a long nomadic existence from 2013, when we lost Don Valley Stadium, Sheffield Eagles had played at Wakefield, Doncaster, anywhere literally, Bawtry Road, and everywhere else in between, and never had a proper home. It was never classed as a proper home. We even had the Olympic Legacy Park with a temporary stand and very, very, very basic facilities, portable toilets and things like that. It wasn't a proper stadium, as they said. But in 2022, all that came to fruition. After COVID, after all the advent of COVID and everything and delays with the stadium, it should have been finished in April. And we got a message out saying it wasn't going to be finished in April, it was going to be May. And then on May 23rd, 2022, the first game at the local Olympic Legacy Park took place against Widnes. Always seems to be Widnes, doesn't it? And what can we say? There was a bit of a panic stations a few days before the game. I was doing a week long of Eagles chat. We was doing an Eagles chat every single day of the week that week. It was going to be something different. And on Wednesday, this is Wednesday evening, the Sheffield Eagles was told by the health and safety people that the capacity of the Olympic Legacy Park was going to be limited to 800. And there was something that was wrong, and to this day I still don't know what it was. But they turned around and said the capacity is only going to be 800 people. That was it. This caused raptures of going crazy because Sheffield Eagles was going to get at least 2,000. We was going to get 2,000 people in the stadium. It was the return. We'd planned it for months. Mark Aston, Mark Hannigan, Tasha Burt, everybody in that, Becky Higgins, everybody in that changing in that office had planned this for months and months and months. It was the big return, and all they got back was 4 or 5 days before the event. Sorry, 800 people allowed, and that's it. So that was really, really, really hacked off, and a lot of people was going mental at that time, and yours truly was as well. It was an eventful night for me because I said goodbye to Freddie. I got asked to hand over the reins to the new mascot, which I did, and gave the new one give the passing of the torch to Errol, as they say. The match itself was broadcast live on Premier Sports, which is now Viaplay, which is just up so happens that they're pulling out the UK. So Rugby League's took another hit with the championship because we don't know exactly what's going to happen in the next few weeks or months. My memories of the day was everything. I mean, I got to the stadium. I think I was at the stadium about 3:00. I just got there and just went, I want to see this. And I was walking around and everything, and they were doing safety talks with the security people and things. And the stadium was amazing itself. It looked absolutely fantastic. The refreshments, the toilets, everything was first class. It was a real nice stadium. Aside of what it used to be, it was beautiful. I had a tour of the changing rooms. I looked out behind the scenes. I did everything that before. It was wonderful. It's also got a 3G pitch. It's not a grass pitch. It's a 3G community pitch. So everybody can use it as much as they want. And it's been passed by Rugby League because Widnes also play on an artificial pitch at their ground. And it's becoming quite the norm now. And a lot of people are playing on it. And it cuts down on maintenance and things like that with grass and turnstiles. And groundsmen. So it was a very, very interesting day. The atmosphere before it, everything was building up. We got the things done, and it was just really, really nice. Everything was building up great. We had these things coming home. Sheffield Eagles was back and everything, and we just took the field that day, and you just had this feeling that Sheffield Eagles, it was going to win. And we ended up winning 32-22. Widnes pulled a bit of a comeback on towards the end and pulled out, so Tubby wasn't very happy. He said so at the end of the match. I remember. But I just remember sitting with all the fans and thinking, we're back. We're back. It's home. We've got a home. And to me, Olympic Legacy Park means everything to me now. I've got some memories of the place already. I've been to a few games. Just because I live down in Cambridgeshire, it's hard for me to get to games. But now we've got a base, and now we've got Sheffield. I can get to the stadium and back in one day, so it's fine for me. I don't care. It's wonderful. A very special moment happened a few weeks ago, and it was on a Sunday. And if you didn't know, in 2014, I had cancer. I had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And when you beat cancer, the norm seems to always ring the bell. You ring a bell to say you've beaten it. I never got the chance to ring that bell. I never did. There wasn't a bell at the centre. There wasn't bells anywhere, so I couldn't do it. I didn't do it. So I said, look, 8 years has passed. I've got to ring this bell. And about 3-4 days before the game against Barrow, I just put a plea out. Has anybody got a bell so I can ring it? Because I only want to ring it at Olympic Legacy Park. So I rang the bell at half-time against Barrow. So many thanks to everybody at Sheffield Eagles for fulfilling my dream of ringing the bell at Sheffield Eagles. It really meant the world to me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It was a great day. Olympic Legacy Park. Now you've got the Leeds Sheffield Eagles women's team playing there. You've got the learning disabilities rugby league team there. You've got so many things that are happening in nights and everything like that. Sheffield Eagles have embraced that stadium as its own. Throughout all the years of the nomad existence of where we're going to play this, where we're going to do this, where we're going to play it, we don't know. Even at the start of the season, we had to play at Featherstone. We had to play a cup game at Featherstone. We had to play games at Doncaster because our home games, because the stadium wasn't ready. It just wasn't ready. It was the first game was supposed to be London Broncos at home, and it just wasn't ready. So I just had to find somewhere else to play it, which turned out to be Featherstone. It was Doncaster, something like that, yeah. But all in all, it was a bit of a hoo-ha and a bit of a crazy time for Sheffield Eagles. But since then, it's been a wonderful base. I love it to bits. If you didn't know the history of Olympic Legacy Park, it's built on the old site of his old ground, the Don Valley Stadium. The Don Valley used to play. That exactly is where Don Valley Stadium used to be. It's exactly that spot now. A lot of memories for me personally with Don Valley, because I worked there. I was part of the setup with schools with Sheffield Eagles for years, and loved the Don Valley Stadium as a place, and all the other things that went with it. But I know progress goes on, but it just seemed as though when this attendance was announced, that it just, here we go again. Sheffield Council with Sheffield Eagles, here we go again. We're going to get screwed over again. And it just really, really, really seemed to be as though somebody was always against us. And that really hurt to a lot of Sheffield Eagles fans. We're now getting on average about 1,000 fans a game. Now, what have you got to remember? We didn't have a fan base 12 months ago. We had a hardcore fan base of a few hundred that followed Sheffield Eagles everywhere. Didn't matter. We was nicknamed called the Taxi Army. Everybody's good because all our supporters could fit in a taxi. So to get where we are now, we're slowly building. There's lots of great amateur rugby league players: Sheffield Hawks, Sheffield Forgers. The women's side, it's just full of optimism now at Sheffield Eagles. The wheelchair rugby league are playing down at the road at the Institute of Sport. It is now nice to say Sheffield Eagles is on the up. Results ain't been going this way this year, but we can bounce back. We can sort that out. But we've got a home, and it's the OLP, or Olympic Legacy Park, if you want to call it, Don Valley Stadium 2. Whatever you want to call it, it says Sheffield Eagles, and it's our home, and it's wonderful. And on May 23rd, 2022, Eagles came home. And people can say, oh yeah, we did this, you did this. But to me, we came home. That Monday night, I didn't sleep. I got in my hotel, and I didn't sleep. Because I couldn't sleep. I was buzzing so much from everything that happened that night. And thanks to the efforts of everybody. Oh, excuse me. everybody concerned with Sheffield Eagles and beyond. You made this old man very, very happy. And it was a wonderful feeling to be there. To see the lads, Thax, Joel, Isaac, Josh, QLT, we've got Chris Wellham, Ben Jones Bishop, Tyler Dickinson, Brandon Douglas, Vila Halafihi. We had all these wonderful players. And it came home to roost. And it really, really came. And thank you very much to everybody for that. Wonderful, wonderful day. Long Olympic Legacy Park. And it was nice. So anyway, that's all I've come for this episode. More episodes to come with more the crazy subjects and everything that's going off. But thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe, send out everything. Share it as much as you want. We all get there. I'd love to get to 25 followers and beyond. Thanks ever so much for your support. Take care. I'll see you next time for another episode of Sheffield Eagles Memories. Bye-bye.